let's start the show with 3 words. I mean, this is our 8th year. We celebrated our 7th anniversary in October, last October. And I'll start this show with 3 words that we've never started the show with. The Cincinnati Bengals.
I mean, wow.
All right, it's a fact. I mean, and honestly, you know, why
add 4 more
and this
in
is
the Super Bowl.
This is no disrespect. As a matter of fact, it's the ultimate respect. Because when I say why would we have talked about the Cincinnati Bengals at all, right? The way that they lost in every single playoff game that they had with Marvin Lewis, to, you know, Andy Dalton helping out, right, the Buffalo Bills fans. I mean, like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's when would we have led a show with the Cincinnati Bengals? And the fact that we are leading our show with this franchise, 5 straight losing seasons coming into this year. Last team to make the Super Bowl, coming off of 5 consecutive losing seasons, was the greatest show on turf Kurt Warner-led St. Louis Rams back in 1999. That's the last time we've seen something like this. And there's a magic carpet ride going on. Mm-hmm. And this is why we love the NFL too. Okay? This is why we love the NFL as well. When you see a coach like Zach Taylor come from the staff of Sean McVay, one of the storylines that you'll no doubt be hearing over the next 2 weeks, that you take a chance on somebody, and you're somebody like Mike Brown, who's as old school as they come in the National Football League, and you lose and lose and lose for years. You watch them lose, and then you see a young coach like this hoist the Lamar Hunt Trophy in Kansas City. This is stuff you can't make up if you're, you know, a Cincinnati Bengal fan. This is why you put in all that time and effort in rooting for your team and taking the lumps and hearing about it from Browns fans and Steelers fans and so on and so forth. This is why you lift all them remotes in your home to just keep on watching. And then maybe if you click off the game because you're so upset, thinking this is never going to happen, and then it does. This is why we watch the NFL, the 99 Rams. There's a movie in theaters near you right now about the magic carpet ride that Kurt Warner went on. And this is why you watch the draft. You watch the draft hoping that the name that's being read out by the commissioner in the first round, certainly if you're the first team to have a name being read out by the commissioner, that guy winds up being the guy. It's a team effort. That Chiefs team that we saw yesterday, totally discombobulated in the second half by a Bengals defense. That is terrific. We'll talk about the Chiefs later on, because the whole phrase about you never go broke making a profit, well, they didn't make the profit and they went broke because they weren't trying to make a profit against this defense. I was begging him to run, begging him to dump it off, and Mahomes is standing back there and making the mistakes. And as you keep on punting, here comes Joe Burrow back. And this is the guy who took 9 sacks in Tennessee and kept on ticking. And that's the name that got read out 2 drafts ago. Kid from Athens, Ohio. We all know his story, and you're going to hear about it quite a bit. Did go to the Ohio State, where they had a ton of terrific quarterbacks, and said Dwayne Haskins is our guy, and Joe Burrow left to go to LSU to make his bones, and boy, did he make them. Boy, did he make them. 60 touchdowns, Heisman Trophy, national championship, and nobody's ever done that and then won the Super Bowl, by the way, at the quarterback position. He's got that in front of him. This kid is amazing. He is truly remarkable. And they got the players around him, and they've got the coaches around him, and they got the kicker who's got ice in his leg and veins, and they've got all 3 phases coming at you. I was in the stadium yesterday getting ready to watch the NFC Championship game, and Bengals fans know this. Ton of Niner fans in the stands, we know that. Ton of Rams fans there too. They had the game up on the Oculus.
Oh, nice.
And every single time the Bengals scored and the Chiefs turned it over, the cheers from the crowd were deafening.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They wanted the Chiefs out. Everybody there. Oh, unless I kept looking around for Bengals fans wearing their jerseys at the NFC Championship game. There weren't any.
No.
It was every single fan saying whoever wins today gets the Bengals. And all I'm saying is be careful what you wish for. Because Joe Burrow is a unicorn. Mm-hmm. He is a unicorn. The Bengals are in the Super Bowl. That happened. Beating Kansas City for the second time in a month. Coming at the king.
Didn't miss.
Who knocked out Josh Allen. And Joe Burrow doing for Cincinnati what he did for LSU football. You're not supposed to do that in the pros. You're supposed to take your lumps. And he did last year, having his knee blown out, coming back. Nobody talking about this team in the offseason except our friend Kevin Clark from The Ringer. We have to give him some props. And so the Cincinnati Bengals, yeah, you deserve to lead this show. You deserve to have your moment. You deserve to soak in these 2 weeks. And anybody else who thinks that the Bengals have no chance, and I'm sure there's a certain town across the border from here on the other side of Whiskey Pete's in Nevada, there's a town that believes the home team here that made the Super Bowl, we'll talk about on this program, obviously, that they don't have much of a shot against Donald and Von Miller and everybody else who looks terrific.
Rams -4, Rich.
That's it. That number, I believe, is going to grow larger, like Leon in Airplane.
The fog is getting thicker.
So anybody who thinks that he's not going to do it, Burrow, in Super Bowl 56, and the Bengals are not going to do it, because they barely did it this time around. And I have a number on that front. A lot of people might think that the Bengals, having made the Super Bowl, winning all 3 playoff games by a combined total of 13 points, it is, that point differential this postseason, the lowest by any team to win 3 games to reach the Super Bowl ever.
Wow.
4 fewer points of margin of victory than the 2007 Giants, who we all know were the giant killers of Tom Brady's undefeated team coming in. You think that this is all the reason why the Bengals can't do it? I will counsel you otherwise. I got to think about this one. I am inclined to think the Rams win this for many reasons. I saw what I saw in person, and I'll hit that in a moment. But the Bengals are incredibly impressive, and I just wanted to start with that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.